Hey gamers, welcome to another video in my channel, and today, as you can see in the title, I'm going to talk about the best of the best in the Commodore Amiga. Of course that this is just my personal opinion, it doesn't mean that these games are actually the best, but they are undoubted my favorites. About my story playing in the Amiga. I used to play in the Amiga in my best friend's house when I was a kid in the 90s, but I really never let go the system because I keep playing some games in the emulator, and last year I bought an Amiga Classic Mini that I love. I put thousands of games in that system and I pretend to play and also discover more games in this wonderful machine. So let's start. Best fighting game, Fighting Spirit. I love beaten ups, but I always avoid to play them in the Amiga. Because to play a fighting game we need, depending on the game of course, at least 4 buttons. And I didn't have that in the Amiga, yet this Fighting Spirit is undoubted a great game. In some ways it reminds me the Fatal Fury series that I love so much. It have gorgeous backgrounds, the characters have great animations, the sound effects and music does not disappoint, and the game in my opinion is the best in the Amiga. With cool and diverse characters, the special moves are easy to perform, and I'm sure that any casual or hardcore fighting game lover will enjoy this game. Best racing game, Super Off-Road. Super Off-Road is a top view racing game, and we can see all the track in that perspective. We race against 3 opponents, and the position that we finish in the end of the race determines the money that we earn to update our car. In the race, we can also pick some money or turbos that are always welcome. The music is great and the controls after a few minutes of adaptation are addictive. Probably most of you would choose Jaguar, Lotus, Formula 1, Crazy Cars or Supercars 2 over this one, but the wonderful afternoons I spend with my childhood fans playing this game are unforgettable, and the nostalgia always hit me hard when I play this game. Best shooter, Silkworm. Again, I spent many afternoons playing this game in my best friend's house when I was a kid. By the way, his name is Paulo, and you know, I love you very much, my friend. I always play this game with the helicopter. I prefer to play with the helicopter because it was easy, and Paulo was more skillful than me playing with the jeep. Because I usually miss the jumps, and I was always stepping in the landmines. As you can see, Silkworm is a scrolling shooter. The graphics are almost as good as the arcade version. We have many enemies on the screen, and all levels have a mid-boss and a final boss. The main reason that I love so much this game, and in my opinion is strong point, is that playing in co-op we must cooperate to succeed and protect the other player. Because both the jeep and the helicopter have strong and weak points that we have to compensate playing in co-op. Best side-scrolling beaten up, Golden Axe. Who doesn't know Golden Axe? Golden Axe was one of the most popular arcade games in the golden years of Sega. We can choose between 3 fighters, a barbarian, a dwarf and an Amazon, to fight against the evil Death Header and his army. We can perform a powerful spell that hit all the enemies in the screen. I love the gameplay in this game, and just like Silkworm, is great to play in co-op. And this arcade port is very well done in the Amiga. The game have different colors from the arcade version, but that didn't harm the game in any way. The music is one of the best in the Amiga, especially the music when we fight the final boss. The sound quality in the Amiga is great, as we can see in this game, and this is one of those games that I don't see any weak point. Great graphics, gameplay, music, sound effects, great co-op, and many replay value. Best turn-based tactics, Space Crusade. I love turn-based tactical games and I finished so many. Advance Wars, Final Fantasy Tactics, Laser Squad, Tactical Org, Fire Emblem, among others. And Space Crusade is by far my favorite. I love the Warhammer 40,000 since I played this game, and I bought other games in the franchise. About this one, the graphics are faithful to the board game and the gameplay is excellent. This game succeeds in bringing the best elements of the board game and translate it into a turn-based strategy game. The missions are exciting. We don't know very well what are the enemies that we are going to face. The animations both in the enemies and the marines are good, and the sprites were very detailed. And this is undoubted a winning conversion and a gem in the Amiga. Best action platform. Flashback. I always say Flashback is the Resident Evil before the Resident Evil exists. It has strategy, action, horror, just like Resident Evil, and in this case, some platform parts. I love so much this game that I bought for the PC, PlayStation 3, the Sega Mega Drive and the Nintendo Switch, because it's one of those games I like to play and finish from time to time. It is still a brilliant game, the action is excited and tense, and the graphics never age, and still as beautiful as ever. The controls are on point, the story is great, and I never let go this game until I finish. Best arcade conversion. Bubble Bobble. The Amiga have great arcade conversions: Midnight Resistance, Raven Islands, Mega Twins, Double Dragon, Toki, Commando, but Bubble Bobble was and still is my favorite. It is great to play alone or in co-op. This game is exactly like all 8 and 16-bit games should be. It's simple and fun. We just need to trap the enemies into a bubble, kill the enemies and move to the next level. We have many power-ups that help us in our way. The graphics are more than enough for this type of game, and our dinosaurs are very cute. This is, in my opinion, not just the best Amiga arcade conversions, but also one of the best Amiga games ever made. Best sport game. Sensible Soccer. I love soccer and racing games in the 16-bit era, but when these games became realistic, I never play any of them again. Sensible Soccer is by far the game that I have more fun playing. In fact, I have a video of a long play here in the channel where I play a match. The gameplay is addictive and I love soccer games that the score isn't realistic. I love when the game finishes with many goals, 5-5 or 7-4 for example. The more goals we score, more fun we have. And that's the intention of a video game, to have fun. And with this game, I always get that. Best pinball game. Pinball Fantasies. I could also choose Pinball Dreams because it's also a great game, but I prefer a little this one because of the music and also because it have my favorite table, Stones and Bones, this one that you are seeing right now. I'm not an expert in pinball games. I leave that to my good friend Pedro that have 10 pinball machines at home, but I have many fun playing this one. We have 4 different tables: Partyland, Speed Devils, Billion Dollar Game Show, Stone and Bones, and although Stone and Bones is my favorite, all the tables are special design with its own personality, and we have good gameplay and we have fun in all of them. The graphics are very nice, the music is one of the best in the Amiga. I made a video about my favorite Amiga soundtracks, and I put this one in my top 10. Pinball games are not for all, but the ones that love these games, I'm sure that consider this one of the best. Best Run and Gun. Turrican 2. Turrican 2 is one of the best games ever made. The first Turrican was already one of the best games ever made, and a landmark in video games, with huge levels to explore, with great music, sound effects and gameplay. But this mighty Turrican 2 improved the first one in all aspects. I spoke so many times in the channel about this great series that I don't know what more can I say about this franchise. The Turrican series is magical and unique. I play many run and gun games, and I don't see any like this. Usually run and gun games are more linear. We just go from left to right until the end of the level, where we fight a boss, and then we go to the next level. But for those who play Turrican, know that this series is not like that, because it's not linear, and we have to explore for extra lives, power-ups. I even find the boss in the first Turrican after I beat the game countless times. I bought the Turrican Flashback for the Nintendo Switch, and I already finished them all so many times that I already have almost 50 hours of gameplay. It is games like this one that remind me why in my 40s I still love video games. So that's it, my dear Amiga lovers. This is some games that I love in that timeless machine. Please tell me in the comments which ones are your favorites too. And let's keep this wonderful system alive. I love to talk about the Amiga and also my beloved Spectrum. These systems are legendary and left their mark in the history of video games. I have an 8-year-old son that I love very much, and he knows very well what the Amiga and the Spectrum are. And I really want the next generation to know the importance that these machines were for their parents and grandparents. So let's keep the Amiga alive and well. As always, I hope you like this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.
One up.